Alright, I thought it would be fun, since I have a Water Buffalo cover Thompson Chain Reference Bible from Church Bible Publishers, which is this one here. I thought it would be really neat to compare it to a Thompson Chain Reference Bible that's put out by Kirkbride, which I believe is the actual company that produces the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. I've done another video on the Thompson Chain Reference, and it is a study Bible that I highly recommend for its features. So you can check out that video if you want to learn more about the actual Thompson Chain Reference Bible itself. But I just thought, wow, let's take a look at these two and compare the original company. And this particular edition is from the late 90s. Versus a present printing from Church Bible Publishers in their Platinum series. So this is trying to take this original design and make it like the best of the best, and I want to see really how they match up. Now, cover-wise, there's not really a comparison. This is a genuine leather cover, and I'm using my wife's today because it's even in better condition than mine, and it is Smythe sewn. That text block is sewn, so that's really nice. It originally had some nice color scheme to it, had this blue genuine leather, which really has a nice grain to it. A little less thick than my black one, and I'm not sure if it's edge lined. I've always found it hard to tell with these, but they've really held together well, I can tell you, over the years. And then this also has a gilt line around it, or a decorative line, not really gilt, around the edge there. So that's the original. This Platinum Series Water Buffalo, the leather is thicker. It's also leather lined on the inside, not just synthetic, and it has perimeter stitching around the whole edge here. This is a full yap cover. They also have them without the full yap, so that overhang is very, it overhangs a lot and actually touches. That doesn't happen on this Bible. And they have versions of this in the Platinum series that are more the size of this cover. So the size of this really is bigger because of the cover itself. Let me take a look at the size here. And we are at 10.5, maybe even a little bit more than 10.5 inches, and a little over 7 inches wide, whereas this one is more like 9.5 inches by a little under 7 inches wide. So you really do end up with a bigger Bible with height and width-wise. They're both a couple inches thick, basically. Some other differences would be the ribbons. This used to be a silver on the side, but my black one is gold. And then there's one ribbon here, and it's angle cut. And it is double-sided satin. It's actually pretty nice. But it would be a little bit less wide than what you get with this one. This is 3 ribbons that are gold. There really are 3 there. There we go. And they're also double-sided satin sheen to them and angle cut. So cover and just some of the externals, you can see this definitely is better. Construction quality, we know that this is edge lined, so this is even stronger than this original version. You can still get Thompson Chain Bibles from Kirkbride, and they're excellent. But I just thought it would be neat to show you, is it worth getting one from Church Bible Publishers, especially in the Platinum series. But all their covers really are nice. They have corporate series at Church Bible Publishers, which is ironed calfskin. So they have some really nice covers. The other covers, though, are a synthetic liner. So this Platinum series, it's top of the line. Even the liner is a cowhide leather. And then this is Water Buffalo cover. So really nice on the outside. Very similar gilding, I would say. There's no noticeable art gilt color that I see underneath the gold, and that was true of the original. What about the text block, though? So they're both going to be red letter when you get to the words of Christ, and the red letter in the Thompson chain is really not great. Now, Church Bible Publishers, I feel like what they do is they really create kind of a facsimile of whatever the original is, whether it's a Cambridge Bible or in this case Thompson chain. But it's a really well done facsimile. I mean, when I say facsimile, I don't mean to say, that they just took a copy machine and copied it, but it might not be the original print they're working with. Maybe it is some sort of digital copy. But I mean, it is excellent. You can't really tell. I thought I might be able to tell. So I'm going to say, as far as the print quality, yeah, the Church Bible Publishers is just as good in terms of print quality. In terms of paper, though, they're a pretty similar weighted paper or density of paper. But I think the Kirkbride doesn't shine quite as much in the light. This lighting actually is working pretty well. But I noticed at my house it was really hard to see, really, both of these Bibles. But I think the Church Bible Publishers, sometimes their paper has a little bit of a glare to it. But I've always felt like their paper, while it's not necessarily the highest end premium, really is nice paper. And when you compare it to the original, they're pretty comparable. The only place I can really tell that this seems like more of a facsimile is when you get to the maps. And the maps at the end of the Bible are in color, but I will say I think that the maps in the original just are very, very clear, and you can't really see anything that makes it look like they are copied in any way. With this, if you look really, really closely, it maybe looks like there's some evidence of it being digitized a little bit, but it's really hard to tell on camera, and you can barely tell in person too. I would just say the maps in the original maybe edge it out a little bit. Also, this is done on kind of a glossy cardstock, very light cardstock, but some sort of a glossy paper, and these were just done on Bible paper and the Kirkbride. So there's a difference there. So overall, text blocks really match up. Church Bible Publishers did a great job with that. The cover and the construction quality, definitely this wins out. Now this is in genuine leather, probably a $80 to $90 Bible. This in the Platinum series is $150, but I can tell you that the uniqueness and the build quality and the construction and aesthetics of this, everything I've shown you, do make this Bible worth a lot more than this Bible. As I said in another video talking about this cover, I actually think if you paid $200 or more, it would still be worth that. So $150 is just a wonderful price that's being offered at, and that's why they're going very quickly. This is the Kirkbride, which are also great. You can get them from Kirkbride, and you can even get these on Amazon and CBD. These you have to get from Church Bible Publishers, but I will say they've done a great job with this Platinum series, and I think that's why it's selling so well. Is it worth more? Absolutely, but it depends on what your needs and desires are. But those are the differences. That's how they compare between the Church Bible Publishers Thompson chain and the Kirkbride Thompson chain. Thank you so much for watching this comparison and review from a fresh perspective.